41.
All right. Ready?
Whenever you're ready.
All right. Welcome to Mike and Dave Hit the Stage. I'm Mike the Angry Wizard, filling in for Mike, who's currently out on assignment following Taylor Swift around as if they were the Grateful Dead.
Unfortunately, he's also stalking her. White women. Anyway, I'm Dave. This is going to be episode 41.
Supergroups.
Yeah. This was... I think, did you pick all three of these topics?
I think so, yeah. Well, long songs we had on the back burner since the first time I came on.
Yeah, we've been threatening to do that for a while.
Right. And then, like, when I said supergroups, you're like, oh, we already did collaborations, but supergroups is more of a full band setting than somebody just getting together and, like,
Yes.
guesting on someone's song.
Yeah, having a single member guest on another album was one thing. This is kind of its own thing, its own
Right.
mix of multiple members of different bands, or even
Solo artists working with other people, or, like, you get two guys that are already established, and it's also not their main gig. It's something they come to, they work with, and they'll go do their regular band, and then come back to this here and there. Yeah. So, your first band today is...
Killer Be Killed with Wings of Feather and Wax. Do you know the members?
No, I don't. But my question was, how many singers are in this band?
3.
Okay, because I want to say it was like the second verse or pre-chorus. I swear I heard Max Cavalera.
Yes.
Okay, that's the only
his
the only voice I recognized.
His one shitty dreadlock on the back of his head, like a bologna rolled in dryer lint.
So you mean he's playing bass for Twisted Sister?
No.
Okay.
Almost as bad.
Okay.
No, it is Max Cavalera, Greg Puciato from Dillinger Escape Plan.
Okay.
Troy Sanders from Mastodon on bass.
All right.
And Ben Kohler on drums.
From...
No idea.
Okay.
Didn't even bother to look. I was like, Ben Kohler, fuck him.
All right.
He's the least interesting person in this band.
All right.
It's just a good fucking band.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, like, is it my favorite thing? No, but I didn't dislike it.
Yeah, the first time I heard this, I was like, okay, it's one of the guys from Mastodon, great voice. And then Greg Puciato started singing the chorus.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I love that. I just love his voice.
Okay, what band was he from?
Dillinger Escape Plan.
Okay, so never mind. Because I was going to say the chorus part sounds like it could have been used as a wrestler's intro music.
That it kind of feels that way.
It fits with like something you would see on SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah, he's in Dillinger.
Okay.
But I think he's a guitarist. Because Dillinger, I think, lost their vocalist recently.
Lost him?
No, I think he passed.
Oh, okay.
There's been a lot of post-COVID losses in the music community. It's hard kind of to keep up with what's going on. But yeah, these guys are really awesome. I don't think they ever toured this.
Okay.
You know, because all those bands are established. Greg Puciato also has solo stuff. Max Cavalera he's on everything.
Cavalera Conspiracy, and I don't think he's doing Soulfly
I
anymore.
hope not. I know, because Tony Campos is doing something else.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all over the place. But Cavalera Conspiracy with Igor and Mario and Joe Duplantier from Gojira.
I never got into Cavalera Conspiracy. I kind of tapped out even on Sepultura at Roots. Well, that was his last album with them, but...
I never tapped into Sepultura. Didn't get into it.
No, Arise is a if you want thrash, Arise is a great thrash metal
I'm definitely
album.
not shit-talking it.
Yeah. But I get it. It just wasn't your thing.
Yeah, it didn't sit in my head that way. It just never registered as something I'd be listening to on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
Soulfly I never got into because it just didn't do the thing.
For me, it was too much like Roots, which, again, I'm not saying it was a bad album, but it wasn't my favorite album from them.
He was just, keeping
doing
it going.
his thing. Yeah.
I saw them live. I saw Soulfly.
Okay.
Ozfest.
All right. I want to say I saw Cavalera Conspiracy, or I caught the tail end of them, or no, maybe it was Soulfly. I don't know. They opened for Typo Negative at some point at Roseland.
That definitely was
Soulfly.
Because Cavalera Conspiracy is more recent.
Okay.
Pete Steele's been dead longer than Cavalera Conspiracy's been a thing. I don't think they were talking when...
Okay, I don't... I know it was Max Cavalera band, and lots of drums.
Everybody plays drums in that band.
Yeah.
There's timbales, there's bongos.
They were doing the Slipknot thing before Slipknot.
Really? Another thing.
That I never got into.
No, I don't blame you. I'm not a huge Slipknot fan. We have a list coming
of bands you just never got into?
Blatant ripoffs.
Okay.
And Slipknot and another band are in there together.
Who else?
Mushroomhead.
Never listened to them.
Even though Mushroomhead was there first.
Okay.
They are the Hydrox and Oreos of metal bands. Do you know that story?
Yeah, or Hydrox was the first one, then Oreo was a ripoff, and then Oreo just had more money behind it, and there you go.
And they were also better. Hydrox sucked.
I don't remember having I don't remember having a Hydrox in like 30 some odd, maybe even 40 years at this point.
Well, speaking of cookies, back to Kill or Be Killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, these guys have 2 albums.
Mm-hmm.
Same 4 members across the board.
Yeah.
2 guitarists, bassist, drummer, bassist singing, guitarist singing. Just solid solid hard rock heavy metal.
Now, my curiosity question, did they form, because this is one thing that comes up with a lot of supergroups. Did they form organically, or do you know if they were put together?
Greg Puciato and Max Kevlar are friends.
Okay.
And they had been on something with Troy Sanders.
Okay.
And he's like, we should work together. And Troy Sanders is the guy who does that with everyone.
Okay, so he's like, all right.
And they were like, yeah, let's do it. And they kept up with him and made him do it.
Okay. All right, because you know how some, like, I know that one of the ones in later on in the list was put together, and I actually go into, like, I know you're going to shit on the band, probably mainly for one member, but so I'm going to go into how the band came together.
Is it the next band?
No. It's a later one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll get into it. So
All
let's
right.
go to the next one.
All right. The next one is Brides of Destruction with the song I Don't Care.
I'm going to start with No Bueno.
Okay. I figured.
I had to
this
start-
would be something Mike would like, I think.
Which is funny because I quote him on this.
Oh.
This is basic bitch rock.
Yeah.
It is terrible. And I had to look it up. I only looked up. Once I saw Nikki Sixx's name, I was like, fuck these. He's probably not even playing bass on this. Fucking assholes. So who else is in this shithole?
All right. Tracy Guns is on guitar.
Oh, that explains a lot too.
Right.
Didn't he have a panic attack once and wouldn't play his own show?
No, it was too hot, so he was playing
In the
wirelessly
bathroom.
from the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah. He's playing
Right.
from the bathroom.
Right.
Mouth
and then
on a glory hole.
the singer was this guy, London Lindgren, some, I think, Finnish or something,
I
whatever.
hope he did finish all
Yeah.
over fucking Tracy Gunn's face.
Then rhythm guitar was actually John Corabi. And he played on the album, then left because Tracy Guns was like, yeah, I don't want you writing anything. So he's like, well, okay, fuck you. And he left. And there were 2 drummers in this studio. I forget the name of the one. The other one was Scott Coogan. He's like a hired gun. He's played for a shit ton of people.
Steve Coogan, isn't that the guy?
Scott.
I don't know. It feels like Steve Coogan. You don't know who Steve Coogan is?
No.
He's a comedian.
Oh,
British guy. Mean. Love him.
okay.
Yeah. I wish it was
Figures.
him rather than
Yeah,
these
okay.
assholes. This
I don't-
fucking stunk.
You know what it is? We were just talking 10 minutes ago about like the LA sleaze rock sound, whatever.
This
That's
is literally
exactly what it is, and that is the stuff that I love.
Yeah, we were talking about how much I don't like John Corabi.
Yeah,
And I don't like that sleaze rock thing. I don't
because
get it.
he's doing with the Dead
Dead
Daisies now.
again.
Yeah.
That is such a step down to go from
Well,
Glenn Hughes to anybody
well, the
else.
thing is, Glenn Hughes was the reason it happened is he's like, well, I'm going to go do the Deep Purple anniversary stuff.
I get
and
that.
they're like, well, you're a hired gun because he is a hired gun in that
Oh, yeah.
band. It's just I forget the guy's name, the one guitar player that pays everybody in the band to be in it because he's a multimillionaire. And
Good for him.
You know, if I had that kind of money, I'd probably do the same thing.
I'd hire Glenn Hughes to sing me to sleep every night.
But yeah, so they're like, okay.
I wish
and
I was kidding.
they had called, and then they called John Corabi back, as I was reading in the interview from that video that I played for you before, that he was just, I'm burnt out. I just need a break. I need to take a little time off. And he's like, you guys want to do your thing? Go for it. Because,
Yeah.
And plus, that band is a payday for him.
Yeah,
So.
money is money. And
Yeah.
I just like Glenn Hughes more than I like John.
Right.
I like everybody more than I like John Corabi.
Right. Well, that's a
Except for
different
Nikki
thing.
Sixx, because I hate Nikki
Yeah.
Sixx more than I like anybody else.
Yeah. And the funny thing with this is, like, Nikki Sixx was kind of done with Motley Crue for a little while at this point.
As well, he fucking should be.
And
They suck.
Tracy Guns had actually left LA Guns when this happened, and then this is what caused 2 LA Guns to be touring for a while at one point, which is just hysterical.
The 2-band thing always
Yeah.
drives me crazy.
The 2 LA Guns, the 2 Rats, the 2 Queensryches.
Oh, that's right. There were 2 rats at one point.
Yeah.
One was Stephen Pearcy.
No, one was Rat, and the other one was Bobby Blotzer's Rat, the drummer.
the least qualified person to have their own band.
Hey.
Yeah, I fucking said it. You're the last person who should be taking the band name and running with it.
Yeah, but like I said, with this, I knew you were...
That's like Mike Portnoy's Dream Theater. I was like, it's not really legitimate.
Did some... Well, he did with the Prague... Like, he did a couple of one-off shows where he did the 12 Steps
Prague
Suite.
boat?
No, one was on the boat, and a couple of like destination shows with
it. Yeah, but he didn't do Mike Portnoy's Dream Theater.
It was something like that.
It was bad, but it wasn't that bad. But he also didn't try to say it was Dream Theater.
Yeah, or the same way Jeff Tate didn't try saying it was Queensryche.
Oh, God.
When he had Rudy Sarzo on bass. I mean, like, I love Rudy Sarzo, great bass player, but he's no Eddie Jackson.
No.
And he had Bobby Blotzer playing drums.
Did he try to call it Rat?
No, they were calling it Queensryche, but
Queensryche Rat.
Bobby Blotzer is no fucking Scott Rockenfield.
No, and honestly, these days Scott Rockenfield's not Scott Rockenfield. No,
that's
Todd Vittori playing drums.
Yeah. No, the last album was the guy that was filling in on the tour. I forget his name.
Is it? No, it's not Jason Bittner. No,
but he played drums on the last album.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Whatever's going on with Queensryche right now
is their own thing.
They've always had like some sort of internal struggle going on between at least one other member.
Ever since Chris DeGarmo left.
Yes. And since then, it's just been somebody headbutting with somebody else.
Yeah. But you got to realize that Jeff Tate really is the asshole in this situation when he brings his son-in-law in to play with the band. And then when everything happens, the son-in-law stays with the band. Just saying.
Well, also... I don't know if I'd want to be in a band with my father-in-law. No offense, but...
True.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well.
And I've mentioned it before, Jeff Tate's been a bit of a dick everywhere he goes. But he's not in Brides of Destruction.
No, true. I was going to say, you remember what happened on Eddie Trunk?
I don't remember that.
Okay, there was it was him. I don't know if you were working at Roxy at this point, because we were always listening to Eddie Trunk on Friday nights.
Every Friday night.
Or it might have been when it was Saturday Night Rock, so it might have been before then. But anyway... Chris Jericho was on, and so was Jeff Tate.
Ooh. And
Jeff Tate is shit-talking Dream Theater the entire time, and I think this was after they did the tour together. And the tour was in 2003.
Oh, you mean the tour where they took Queensryche out as co-headliners and treated them like equals rather than making them open even though they're a smaller band?
So the entire time that that he's doing this, Jericho's sitting there texting Portnoy.
Because... Jericho doesn't give a shit.
Right.
He also, if he wanted to, could have torn that place to shreds. He's a massive guy.
Yeah, but he's also got his own bit of issues.
Oh, no, he's a dick.
Yeah.
He's a dick, too, but he's also a legitimate threat. He's a wrestler, and they're, sports entertainers, but he's also a legitimate threat. I've seen him pick shit up and throw it that shouldn't be picked up and thrown.
Yeah. He's not, 7 feet tall, but he
doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
He's still a big dude, and he's bigger than Jeff Tate by a lot.
Yeah. But back to Brides.
Even out of shape, he's in better shape than Jeff Tate.
Yeah. But, this, I had a feeling you were going to shit on it, but this was, when I think of a quote-unquote, supergroup, it's something like this.
I do.
You know where I'm going with it.
Yeah, LA Guns and Motley Crue members together, I get it. But it didn't make me think supergroup, it just made me think super douche.
I could see it.
I could smell the vinegar.
Right. And this song I always enjoyed, and I actually covered this with a band that I was in at one point.
Did you?
Yeah. The name of the band was Blake. It was they found me at Roxy. It was one of those things like, hey, you play drums? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? It was okay. The bass player and the singer were a couple. They ended up getting married at one point.
Oh, good for them.
And but the thing is, they were always freaking stoned out of their minds. And at first they weren't, and then it continued, and then...
I'm thinking of another band that used to just come in messed up.
Which one? Or do we not
I don't want to name names because of, you know.
Yeah, but the guitar player didn't because of his job. He couldn't. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to play shows with the Bong Twings and Captain Screwdriver, and it was what it was. But I mean, they were cool people. They were cool people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not shit talking them as people, but it was just a situation that I couldn't deal with. We went to go do some shows in upstate New York. I forget if it was Ithaca or Utica, and it was just one of those things. I was just
both terrible.
Yeah, bad places, bad places. I want to say maybe 2 people in the not counting the people in our band or the other band that we went up there with, I can't remember what band it was. I want to say maybe 2 people had all their teeth in the room. But and I'm not talking about because of bad dentists. I'm talking about meth.
That's that part.
Yeah.
That part of New York that we don't talk about.
Yeah,
Everyone wants to talk about New York City in the 80s and the crack and all that.
This
and
was
that
still
bad.
going on up there in 2002. I remember sitting outside of the place, actually on the phone with Di, and this is before we were even dating, and just like making plans to actually go see Queensryche at a Beacon Theater. But yeah, that's it.
Fucking.
But it was fun. We covered this, and we also covered a Jesus Mary Chain song, Head On. But we did the Pixies version of it, which just confused me. But whatever.
It's the Pixies. It's really just
no. But it's like we're doing the cover of a cover of a cover. No, a cover of a cover.
I've heard worse.
Yeah.
You do the other language cover of an interpretation of a song, and then it's just completely a new song.
Okay.
I think I broke him. All right. So we're going to go to the next song. Mm-hmm. This is Adrenaline Mob. What did you think of this?
Dearly Departed.
Yes.
Okay. Which lineup was it? Because I might be mixing it up with a different band.
Okay.
But was Adrenaline Mob the one that Portnoy started?
Yes.
Where it was kind of like a revolving door of musicians kind of thing?
It wasn't really a revolving door. He was the original drummer. He left. And they got AJ Pero.
Right. Okay. No. Okay. I mean, like it was kind of like a Trans-Siberian Orchestra kind of thing. Like whoever was available for the tour.
I think you're thinking Metal Allegiance.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, because they're like 19 members of Metal Allegiance.
That's what I was thinking of. Sorry.
No, this is Russell Allen from Symphony X, Mike Orlando from Mike Orlando's Big Band Jam. I don't know. He's been in a couple of other bands. John Moyer from Disturbed on bass. And AJ Pero from Twisted Sister on drums. You can tell immediately because the drum sound is
Twisted Sister drums.
It's the Twisted Sister drum tone.
And I think his drumming on this was actually better than most Twisted Sister.
Because he was nailing it.
Yeah, he was a freaking monster drummer.
Oh, absolutely.
And, okay, as far as my thoughts on the song. Musically, fantastic.
Here it comes.
Vocals, fantastic. Did they have to use every goddamn mob movie cliche in one song?
That's exactly why I bring this up. I want to say the first 2 albums are all cheese.
Okay. But it was just like, it was funny. You know what they reminded me of also? And like, if you lighten up the guitar tone and the singer is more, he's got a little less... I don't want to say Russell Henderson. It's not really a rasp to his voice, but a little less grit to the voice. Black Star Riders.
Yes.
Very, and like, so I like if it wasn't like, hey, we're redoing Goodfellas and The Godfather and wrapping it in with
as a frame of
other
reference
movie.
For people who don't know, Black Star Riders is basically Thin Lizzy with a different singer.
Yes. Well, what happened was Phil
Lynott gone.
Yeah. No. Well. Oh my lord! I'm forgetting the singer's name. He was singing for Thin Lizzy because Thin Lizzy was continued on.
Yeah.
Scott Gorham and the original drummer was again I forget his name at that point had left off, and they had Mark Mendoza or Marco Mendoza because there's 2 different people. Okay. Not the Twisted Sister one with the shitlock.
Mark
Mendoza.
That is baloney wrapped in dryer lint.
Okay, so Marco Mendoza is the other bass player.
And I made that mistake before.
Right. And I think I called you on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Mark... Mark Mendoza is the regular guy. Marco Mendoza is Marco the Animal Mendoza.
Yes.
From Twisted Sister.
No, it's Mark the Animal Mendoza. Marco Mendoza is the other one.
Oh, I'm so confused.
Oh, my God.
See, this is the problem. Guys with 2 similar names, and this is something...
in the same freaking last name.
All right, so... the singer from 12 Foot Ninja, his name is Nick Barker.
Okay.
So not to be
okay, Mark Mendoza is Twisted Sister.
Okay. So Mark the Animal, and then Marco Mendoza.
Marco Mendoza is this guy that me and Di were sitting behind at the first Winery Dog show.
See, now that would have been more pleasant than looking at the back of soy sauce, dryer lint, bologna.
Right, so anyway, you had Scott Gorham, the original drummer, I'm forgetting his name, from Thin Lizzy, Marco Mendoza. Yes, Marco Mendoza on bass.
Every time. It's going to be every time.
I forget the next guitar player, the second guitar. And they wanted to start writing new music, but they decided we feel wrong doing it under the Thin Lizzy name, so they started doing So they made Black Star Riders.
With the death of Phil Lynott, they continued for a little bit, but when they decided to do it again...
I actually opened for them, Thin Lizzy.
You bitch.
Back in 2001, 2002 at Stone Pony.
I was gonna say something so fucking gross. Goatsy style, holding both cheeks.
No. But they had oh my god, Tommy Aldridge playing drums at the time.
It moved.
Scott,
I just want you to know when you said that it moved.
But
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, John Sykes was singing and playing guitar because he was in Thin Lizzy for the last album, and he was good friends with Phil Lynott. And then, so Thin Lizzy continued with that for a while, but then Sykes apparently has his issues with people, a la Jeff Tate.
Okay,
Ego.
I thought you were going to say people of a specific race.
No, Ego.
Like, Jesus Christ.
No, Ego. He was supposed to be in Winery Dogs, but his ego clashed too much with Portnoy and Billy Sheehan.
That's crazy.
And Eddie Trunk was like, hey, talk to Richie, and there you go.
And Richie Kotzen is a perfect fit for Winery Dogs.
But back to this. Sorry.
God, I lost where we were going. Okay, so we
Adrenaline
went all the way through
to Winery Dogs.
To Winery Dogs, which also at one point Adrenaline Mob had Portnoy.
Yeah, so full circle.
So this album, Dearly Departed, actually came from the whole mob mentality, like their mob and cars and tough guy shit. The group of people in this band are all phenomenal musicians. They're all fun guys. There's something incredibly cheesy about the way they write and sing for this stuff. I honestly feel like Russell Allen puts like a third of the effort in.
Yeah.
Who's this Tommy?
Oh, no, that's for the next one. I was just double checking.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're looking it up.
No, because I had forgotten to... I noticed it, so I figured while you were talking, I would just pull it up quick, because I wanted to make sure I had I was going to say the guy came from the right place.
Okay. So, with Adrenaline Mob, they're unfortunately done after the death of their last bassist, Dave. They have decided to stop. AJ Paro's gone. They had replaced him with somebody else. I never even got to know that drummer's name. I never even bothered because it's not AJ Pero. Who cares?
It wasn't the brother of one of the guys. Was from ZO3,
ZO2? No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't the other Z.
Okay.
Because the other Z is a guitarist.
Oh, okay.
Zubladowski is their last name.
Yeah.
There's a reason that they don't use it commonly. But once Dave Z passed, they decided to stop.
Oh, which is actually going back time out with you guys with the Chips Enough bullshit.
Oh God.
It's because of his. I forget what the last name is, but it's so out there.
Yeah.
It just kind of got shortened to it.
Well,
it's
like Bon Jovi.
But that's not Bon Jovi. Isn't as bad as whatever this was.
That's like Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
All right, Chef Boyardee. Chef Boyardee's fucking guys losers. Fucking hate Chips Enough so much.
I know, but I'm just going back to that.
I think it Chips Enough, and I see Chris Holmes from Wasp in my head.
Chris Holmes back in the day, drunk, or Chris Holmes now that looks like the homeless hobo.
He looks,
but he's cleaned up at least. He's
his
clean.
Opinions are still shit.
No, his opinions are shit, but at least he's.
I'm glad he's
healthy.
Clean. I'm glad he's trying to live healthy.
Yeah.
I wish he'd get his head out of his ass.
Yeah, but that's a different story.
Now on to speaking of people shitting on beds. We're going to talk about Hollywood vampires.
My dead drunk friends. Okay, who's shitting on a bed?
Johnny Depp is in this band.
Oh yeah, true.
So
I forgot about that one.
Johnny Depp got his bed shit on by his.
No, I'm trying to think.
I'm
thinking. When did Alice Cooper shit a bed?
Well, I assume at least once a week.
True.
He's what, 80? I'm trying to be nice.
82, I think.
God bless him.
No, he's freaking a god.
He's fantastic. Alice Cooper is phenomenal.
75.
There's no way he's fucking 75 years old.
February 4th, 48.
40. My fucking balls. That guy's 142 years old.
But he's looked the same since 1987.
Earlier than that.
Yeah. Okay, now, question for you. Do you know who the original Hollywood vampires were?
No.
Okay.
I'm assuming Joe Perry.
No.
Him,
No.
Alice Cooper, and
No.
Johnny Depp were not members.
Back in the 70s.
Oh, no.
Cooper had a drinking club at the Rainbow. And it was Alice Cooper, Keith Moon, Ringo Starr, Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees, and Harry Nilsson. He was a solo artist at the time.
So what you're telling me is there are only 2 surviving members of this club. It's him and Ringo.
3.
Wait, who else? Harry
Mickey
Nilsson?
Dolenz.
Mickey Dolenz is still alive?
Yeah, I had to check it.
Holy shit.
Harry Nilsson died like about 5 years ago. I checked it up. Other people that hung out with him all the time. John Lennon, Mark Bolan, Keith Emerson, Belushi, Bernie Taupin. He, I think, just passed away not too long ago.
Bernie Taupin passed away?
I might be thinking of someone else. I'm sorry.
Because Bernie Taupin's Elton John's writing partner.
Yes. He also wrote the album From the Inside with Alice Cooper. And you will appreciate this. He's one of the co-writers on We Built This City.
Okay. See, now, I have yet to mention this song.
I did this on purpose.
Okay. So, We Built This City by Starship is a song. It exists. Grace Slick sings on it. Because of Opie and Anthony, there's a cover of this, or a parody, rather, called My Dick's All Shitty. I'm not going to post it. I am not going to add it to this. I just want you to imagine what it is in your head and then search for it on YouTube. It is awful.
Yeah.
But it's in my head. You say Starship or you say We Built This City, my brain screams that song, beginning to end.
Yeah. I thought you would appreciate that.
Now we know who to blame. We blame Bernie Taupin.
Yes. And then, so Cooper put this band together. It's Joe Perry on guitar, Johnny Depp on guitar, Tommy Hendrickson on guitar, that's who I was double checking also, who is from Cooper's solo band, and he's played for a bunch of people. He was actually in Warlock at one point. He's played for Lady Gaga, Meatloaf, Lou Reed. Wow, he played with Hailstorm? Okay. Huh?
Nice.
Okay, Daughtry. And, but...
I've said it before. He's got a punchable face, but he's a great singer.
But this guy... solid musician. And then on the album, they had Duff McKagan on bass, Matt Sorum on drums. A couple of other songs, like they would have one thing, because like they had like 2 or 3 originals and a bunch of covers. Like Paul McCartney sat in on a song.
Now, because you put this on here and I was doing the research and I saw Duff McKagan and Matt Sorum, I didn't include 2 other bands.
Oh.
Deadland Ritual, because Matt Sorum plays drums on it.
Okay.
And I didn't include Velvet Revolver.
That would have been fine, though.
I didn't want to, though.
No, but it's...
okay, so...
If there's crossover, there's crossover. Somebody's a solid musician.
It wasn't a matter of it not being good or it being a good idea. It was more, I wanted it to be its own thing. I wanted to be able to reference it without putting it on the list, because I honestly think I picked better songs.
Okay.
Like, I picked stuff that people don't know are supergroups or think, there's 1 or 2 members, and there's more to it. And, basically, Velvet Revolver's Guns N' Roses with Scott Weiland.
Right.
So really, where's the...
Yeah, in the same way Audioslave was Rage Against the Machine with oh my God.
Chris Cornell.
Yes.
I didn't want to make fun of him.
Yeah.
He's another guy who succumbed to his mental illness.
Yeah.
Scott Weiland, same thing, same way. Terrible. These guys lived painful lives. We have reaped the benefits of painful lives with good music, I guess.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yet Johnny Depp, these guys. So he's a wino. He's definitely like a fun time drinker. I guess he had a jar of cocaine at some point.
Yeah, and he's our generation's Keith Richards.
Yes, but he's also like the only person I've heard shit talk him is Amber Heard.
Right.
Like everyone else is like, yeah, he's cool. He's a little nuts, but he fired what's his name out of a cannon?
Johnny Knoxville?
No,
I'm thinking of somebody getting fired
Hunter
out of a
S.
cannon.
Thompson. Yeah, they fired his remains out of a cannon.
God.
Yeah, not while he was alive.
Okay.
That's not how they got rid of him. He lived in Hunter S. Thompson's basement on acid.
Oh my God.
While he was getting ready for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's a special kind of weird. That's a unique weird.
But then when you think about just the people that were sitting around that table drinking, the freaking talent in
in and of themselves, if any 2 or 3 of those people got together and wrote, that's Supergroup. Mm-hmm. Keith Moon, Ringo, Lennon. Lennon is a god.
There's actually a video floating around, like when you guys were talking the other day, where you said with Glam, I think Mike said Bowie, you said David Johansen.
Yes.
And I go Mark Bolan, T-Rex. And there's a video floating around of Mark Bolan, Ringo Starr, and Elton John playing Children of the Revolution together.
See, now this is why music has suffered since the internet.
Why?
The strange stuff
doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen because then it's documented.
Yeah.
So guys getting together and jamming is either done behind closed doors or not at all.
Oh, no, this was done as a full video because somebody's head's in the body of a grand piano and just lunacy. Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
It's fucking. This was not bad. Like we didn't talk about the music
song,
at all.
yeah.
It's not a bad song.
it's not the greatest song from them. It's not the greatest Cooper song.
It's not that. No,
But-
it's no School's Out.
No.
It's no Hey Stupid. It's no Might As Well Be on Mars. You know, they're.
Wow,
Alice
I haven't
Cooper
heard that
had-
song in a while.
I love that song. That is my favorite Alice Cooper song.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's like a romance song, but it's
Yeah.
it's got longing and it's
Okay.
Alice Cooper just being Alice Cooper.
Same album. My favorite Cooper song is Wind Up Toy.
Too good.
The last one on the album, and at the very end.
That's Hey Stupid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
At the
too good.
very end, you hear a little kid voice screaming Steven. If you listen
Is it
to the
you?
song all the way. Yes, it was me. No. That's a throwback to Welcome to My Nightmare. Because a kid was in a mental hospital,
Yep.
and the song is about a kid in a mental hospital. And the kid's name was Steven.
Alice Cooper's a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Also, Nita Strauss is back with a
Yeah, she's back with the band.
and engaged. I don't know
Yeah.
if you heard that.
Yeah, I saw that on Sleaze Rock. No, it was either Sleaze Rock or Metal Sludge.
Crazy,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely crazy. Great things. Johnny Depp. I think he had recent health issues. They backed out of a show.
Yeah, I think they found him passed out in his hotel room or something.
Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah,
Good actor, strange guy.
but nothing wrong with being strange.
Yeah, nothing wrong
Just
with
take
being
care
weird.
of yourself if you are.
Yep, that's the.
Yeah,
I think the motto behind most of our stuff.
Yeah, well, we had tickets to see Hollywood Vampires on their first tour, and it just happened like when I had the surgery years ago to have the thing taken out. It was like
I don't really want to do it. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
The thing taken out.
the tumor.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was a jar about
Yes.
that big.
Over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had tickets, and like the show was I think like 3 days after the surgery or something like that. I was like, there's no way I'm going to that.
Yeah.
And that was I forget where in Coney Island that the show was. I forget what the venue is over there. It's like a stadium arena.
Oh,
little...
it used to be National Grid Field. I think it's called.
No, it's not where the
amphitheater-
Yeah,
the
it's the
amphitheater
It's
at
not where the
Coney Island?
Cyclones play. That's where Joe Perry passed out on stage.
Oh, fun.
And he was just like it was just like exhaustion and dehydration.
Yeah.
Because he was just like because Alice Cooper is clean and sober for at this point close to 30 years.
I would say 30 years.
And Joe Perry was just like, I'm not used to running around with a guy like this, and he's like 10 years older than him, if not more.
But he's been clean since the 90s, 80s.
Who Cooper?
No,
Joe
Perry.
Perry? Nah, they kind of fell off the wagon a few times.
All right, well,
But whatever. And just because they're not
Credit
not
for
putting
trying.
just because they're not shooting something in their arm doesn't mean they're not doing other things.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying
we don't know
It
what
is.
it is, but he's definitely not.
they're partying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
I was gonna say you don't write songs like Pink if you're fucking
sober.
clean.
Yeah,
All right, so we're gonna go on to the next one.
the
And
damned things.
The damn things. Now this was a definite intentional pick.
Okay.
I played this at my wedding.
Oh,
Hang on. List.
we've got a situation.
Yes. So this song specifically, we played. This was the music my parents walked into.
Oh,
This is the song they walked in. My parents and her parents and Shauna and Ashana, our best man and matron of honor. They walked into We've Got a Situation Here.
all right.
Such a great song. These guys are crazy. So, did you look up the lineup of this band at all?
No.
All right. So, you have Rob Cangiano and Scott Ian at the
Okay.
time of Anthrax. Both.
Yeah.
Rob Cangiano just left Volbeat.
Okay.
Now he left Anthrax to join Volbeat. Now he left Volbeat to I don't know. Keith Buckley and Joe Troman from Fallout Boy
Okay.
and Andy Hurley.
Of
No idea.
the Andy Hurley trio.
The Andy Hurley fuckfaces.
Okay.
I don't know. Andy Hurley and the Cunt Punchers.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't think of a stranger mix of guys.
But it works.
Yeah, it really works. And it's unfortunate that the second album didn't have the same energy as the first. The first one is a perfect
Same lineup or
No.
Okay.
Caggiano, and I think the drummer changed.
Okay.
Huge difference in feel, huge difference in style. I honestly thought this album was perfect top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those you hit play and you just enjoy it. Like
Yeah.
just through and through. I can't say that for almost every other band on here with the exception of one other on this list.
Okay.
And we haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay.
The fact that Scott Ian's on this, I thought would be a problem because he's not my favorite rock style guitarist, and this is more rock style than metal.
But this isn't a metal song. This is like a hard rock song.
Yes, and I don't feel like he does hard rock as well as everyone thinks he does. He's a great metal guitarist.
Okay.
One of the best metal rhythm guitarists ever. But as far as rock, 50-50.
But it still works.
It definitely works.
He plays for the song, and that's all you need to do. Because sometimes you'll get people that will, I don't want to say they're going to overplay, but they kind of...
Mike Orlando and Adrenaline Mob overplays consistently.
But it works for the song.
Because
at least from what I've heard.
Because of the style.
Yeah.
But it has to fit the style.
Right.
Like overplaying, like if he was doing that kind of great Tim Owens and Tim Owens and Yngwie Malmsteen did a cover of
Mr. Crowley.
And then Yngwie did a cover of Dream On. Was it Dream On?
Aerosmith?
Yes, with Dio. Yes.
I can't picture him playing
song. It's awful because he's overplaying everything.
Yeah.
There's no feel to it. It's all speed.
Yeah.
And that's when it doesn't fit. But in this case, everything kind of fits well together. I couldn't imagine like any other set of guitarists, like Rob Cangio, Scott Ian together, playing this. Like I can't even imagine. I can't remember the guitarist from Anthrax name. The other guitarist.
Dan Spitz?
No, current. It's the guitarist from Shadows Fall.
I have no idea.
So he left Shadows Fall, stopped working together or whatever, and he joined Anthrax. Why would you ever go back?
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't imagine. Even Dan Spitz, I can't imagine them doing this.
Yeah, but you never know.
Stylistically,
stylistically, you see it, but you don't know what these people are into
or capable
otherwise.
Of. Yeah, you never know what they're capable of on their own.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was really good. I love it.
It was good.
It was alright.
It was good. No, I'm like, I believe it or not, I had this already in my iTunes library, the album. I don't remember ever listening to it, but I had it.
Did you check out anything else from this album?
I've been so crazy the last 2 weeks. I barely had time to listen to this stuff that...
I would say throw this on one day, like in the shop, whatever you're doing. Just check it out. It's beginning to end. It's perfect. It's a perfect album in and of itself, not a Desert Island album.
Yeah.
No. It's really good though.
Yeah, it's no Sympty.
No, not even fucking close. Yeah. Let's go to the next one.
Okay, next one is Damn Yankees Coming of Age. I'm ready for the hatred.
It's not hatred.
I know the lyrical content is but the reason being I picked this song, like I didn't want to go with the power ballads that were all over the place.
I do love
High Enough. Right, and there was another song, like their other song, like I can't even call it a hit, but like the more popular of the rock songs from the second album.
Don't Tread on Me?
Yeah, like given the fact that Ted Nugent's in the band, it just aged like it like was just like,
everything
it
about
rotted.
This, everything about this aged like like a dead deer.
Yeah,
it gets worse and worse. Ted Nugent, we don't do political stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
it is
that
what
going
it is.
Here. He is openly racist. He is openly misogynistic. I can't abide by that. I do not enjoy him. I liked his guitar playing at one point. I still kind of do, but I can't.
It's one of those things, like sometimes you can separate the person from the art.
I cannot.
And with this one, it's kind of like,
it's also like listening back to his stuff, I just get madder and madder at the other stuff like Stranglehold. I can't listen to it anymore.
Well, the thing is, I never really, I actually saw him in concert once. He was opening for Kiss on the original Farewell tour.
Yeah. So 82, 83?
Nah, 2000. It was 2000.
How many times have they called it quits?
Twice.
I know.
Yeah. Well, one got stopped because of COVID. So.
Yeah. But my thing with Nugent is his attitude towards other people. And it's not even, it's not a real issue. I just realized this is not recording.
You're kidding. Well, we can take the audio off of the camera.
But the audio is going to be garbage.
Well, we'll just keep going. All right, you're going to start recording and splice it in?
Hang on. Might.
Wait up. Let me go do
Hang
something.
on. I'm going to stop the video.
Pause the video?
I can just stop it.
Okay.
All right, so we're back. We realized about 5 minutes ago that we stopped recording at one point.
We didn't stop anything. The computer stopped
The computer stopped recording. The video was going. I might be able to do something with that, but we're going to have a definite drop in audio quality at some point.
Or we've already had the drop in audio,
yeah.
and now things are back to normal.
Yeah, somewhere in this, it's going to sound like shit. And this is just another one of those technical difficulties that you are getting used to with us.
Well, you haven't had one in a while, so...
Yeah, I'm also going to have to figure out how to get the audio from that video into this audio later.
Have fun.
Yeah, exactly. This is going to suck. Now, I forgot where we were. The last thing
we're talking damn Yankees, and you were talking about the human shit that is Ted Nugent.
Yes, okay, so, Ted Nugent's a dick with eyes. Not in a good way.
But to me, he is not the selling point of this band.
No, it's Tommy Shaw and Jack Blades.
Yes.
Tommy Shaw from Styx, Jack Blades from Night Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
They actually had a better group, Shaw and Blades.
Later on.
2 albums, I believe.
Yeah, and I might be wrong, but I think the drummer, Michael Cartellerone, was in with those. I'm probably wrong, but...
If he was, that was probably a smarter move.
Yeah. He was the only unknown entity when the band happened, but now he's actually playing for Grand Funk, I believe.
Wow, that is a very specific jump.
Yeah.
From
but
obscurity
the guy is
to Grand Funk Railroad.
The guy is a solid drummer.
Oh, absolutely.
He was great backup singer. That's what I loved about Damn Yankees was the two vocalists, the vocal harmonies. Ted Nugent was never a freaking singer. No. I can honestly tell you, I have seen him live. I know the 2 or 3 popular songs, Cat Scratch Fever and Stranglehold, and that's all I can think of.
Wang Dang Sweet Poontang.
Okay,
no?
3rd song, sorry.
God damn it.
And I have never heard the Amboy Dukes, which was where he came from.
Yes.
So I don't know, but the main thing, and this is the quintessential put together supergroup.
Yes. This is one of the completely arranged by a label
by an A&R guy. John Calagna, who you've probably, if you ever look at your old records going back to the 70s with Foreigner and stuff, he's always listed in there. He signed Peter Gabriel. He signed Phil Collins to their solo things. He got Jimmy Page started with his solo record deal. The Coverdale Page thing, he had a hand in also, which wasn't that great, but whatever. He had worked with Whitesnake. He signed White Zombie. He got Aerosmith onto Geffen. He worked with Asia, Sammy Hagar on Geffen. The guy did a lot of stuff, so he was friends with them. And Tommy Shaw was trying to do his solo thing. It wasn't going anywhere because Styx had finished, and there were no summer, the summer Jones Beach Amphitheater nostalgia tours back then.
The old guy super festivals?
Yeah, that didn't exist. So he tried getting it together, got a hold of Jack Blades, got a hold of Ted Nugent, and it just worked. And
I think they call those Boomer Paloozas now.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of like them. I would not... Am I going to go spend a shit ton of money on tickets? No, but if you said, hey, we're going to go see Foreigner and Night Ranger tonight, okay.
I would not say no to that.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I may
I'm
not
there.
know all the songs, but I'm going to have a good time.
Exactly.
You're not taking a risk. You know you're going to get your money's worth going to see these bands.
Right, exactly. And it is what it is. But,
and they tour as a big group, and it works for them. They're still able to do it. They're making money. They love what they do.
Exactly. And like I said...
Fucking boomers.
Yeah. But it was, for its time, it was good.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. You got to take the shit that is Uncle Ted out of there.
Speaking of the shit that is Uncle Ted, he legally bought a teenager.
Yeah. You know who else did?
Joe Perry.
No. Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler bought a teenager.
I don't think he bought her as far as borrowed, because he had the family sign her off and then sent, and then whatever. But what kind of...
Yeah, Ted married that little
what kind of irks me a little bit with it is that it always gets brought up that, and this is not in a defense of Ted, but it's brought up that he did it, but the Steven Tyler thing kind of gets forgotten a lot.
Yes.
Also,
Jimmy Page.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
It's I don't want to say it was a 13-year-old, but I have a feeling it was.
Okay.
because it's that level of terrible.
Okay. Did not know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in Hollywood and in music. There's a lot of real creeps. Ted Nugent is extra creepy because he is so vocal and comfortable with what he's done. Like a Jerry Lee Lewis level of comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know Jerry Lee Lewis's story.
Wasn't it like a 16-year-old cousin or something like that?
13-year-old cousin. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Okay.
Chuck Berry.
Wasn't he just peeing on prostitutes?
No, he used to. He got his restaurant shut down because he was filming people going to the bathroom in the bathroom. He had cameras set up.
Okay. Well, not okay, but
you get.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking terrible.
But
yeah. Fuck Ted Nugent.
yeah, on that lovely.
He's on that list with Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
Gwen Stefani, Shatner, Steven Seagal. Who am I missing?
Somebody that we'll get to on the next list.
And we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to the next band, which is Charred Walls of the Damned.
Timeless Days is the song.
Yes.
This song confused me.
Why?
It sounds like Dollar General Judas Priest.
And that's where Tim Owens comes in. Tim Ripper Owens. I'm gonna tell him you said that.
Oh God! Well, that explains a lot.
Yes. Okay. So
I've said it sounds like they're trying to be Dollar Tree Judas Priest with some other stuff mixed in. Nothing outright bad.
You know what the other stuff mixed in is?
But it reminds me of Priest, and then you got the big metal chorus vocals, like the big, like when I say chorus, I don't mean like the chorus of the song, but like
the choir,
metal choir thing, and then the acoustic guitar parts. It's like. It's too much like they were just throwing shit at the wall and whatever stuck, they were like, okay, that works. And they put it together.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, the best backing band imaginable for metal. You have Richard Christie on drums.
Okay.
Steve DiGiorgio on bass.
Oh, shit.
And Jason Sukoff on guitar. Now, I don't know where Jason Sukoff is from.
I was going to say.
He's a great guitarist.
Okay.
But just having the rhythm section of Death.
Yes. No, that's great.
It's an instant. That's an instant win. This is middling.
And
I only put this on because you took another one of my picks.
Oh, the next one?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was so mad when I saw it. I'm like, this cocksucker.
And I got another little thing with the next band that's probably going to confuse you guys, you and Mike, when he listens back.
He's not going to listen to this.
Yeah, but
I guarantee he's checked out.
Yeah, I know.
I don't blame him.
This is like, okay. Aside from calling it Dollar Tree Judas Priest, this is something a good producer could have probably fixed.
And I feel like they didn't have
They probably self-produced the album, which is part of one of my, I guess, gripes with a lot of modern metal. It's that there's nobody there to put them in check.
Yes.
Like, to rewind to Damn Yankees. John Kalagna put the band together. He was trying to get them to Geffen. It didn't work out with Geffen, so legally he couldn't follow them to the next label. And then I want to say it was Ronald Nevin, Don Nevins. I can't remember. Nevin is definitely the last name. Forget his first name. He produced Heart. What About Love? He produced so much shit. All that slick 80s big hard rock sound ballad, that was him. So you have these guys going in there, they have their idea, then you get somebody who comes in and shapes it right.
Yes.
If they had I'm not saying they would have him doing it, but a producer in there, even let's say a Terry Brown that worked with Dream Theater on Scenes from Memory.
Yes. Have I ever told you about my favorite Soilwork albums?
No.
They have 2 albums. They weren't produced by, but they were produced by Devin Townsend.
Okay.
And you can hear it.
Yeah.
But you can hear Devin Townsend on the entire album. It's like Devin Townsend said, hey, you guys like this sound, try it this way. And they went, okay.
Right.
And did it, and it was perfect.
It's like when you had the story when you guys were with a band recording and you sat down with the guy and whatever.
And he gave us positive notes. And,
yes.
And
that's what bands today... Well, I don't know. For all I know, this could have been done 2 weeks ago. I don't know when this was recorded.
This was in the 2010s.
All right, but still, you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
This is in the era of the home studio.
Yes. This was most likely recorded in Steve DiGiorgio's studio.
Right. But
I doubt he produced it. That video I showed you before where he was just noodling, that's his home studio.
Right, but you understand what I mean. It's like the era of the home studio where the band sits down, they do their own thing. It's kind of like how we've both kind of fallen off of Dream Theater.
Yes.
Because up to a point, it was Portnoy and Petrucci producing everything, and they balanced each other.
Yes.
And then you take Portnoy out of the equation, and it's just the Petrucci... It's wrong to say the Petrucci show, but it's his vision and the way that it goes.
And I'm not entirely in love with his vision.
Right, exactly. But it's the same idea. You need somebody that's going to come in there and fix it.
You need that guy making Bruce Dickinson do the scream over and over again until he just blasts his voice out and gets it in
Not even that. You need that guy to say, guys, this really isn't working. Try this. Or, something. Cut that section out. Let's come back to it later. Not... like we're all sitting around going, okay, we recorded this, it's beautiful. Move on to the next thing when it
isn't.
Where it just sounds like stuff spliced together.
I had a very humbling recording experience and then a very positive one. My humbling experience was with John from Human Decline. He would record whatever you let him, whatever you want to record, he'd record it. Mm-hmm. So there was no input. He's like, okay, that was a little sloppy. You want to do that again? But that was it.
Yeah.
The next one was with the guys at Sweetfire, and this guy Mike, he was like, "Yeah, let's you get the frame of the song down, and then we'll nail down the rest." And we'd sit and noodle and back and forth, and they'd record pieces and then show me it, and then learn how to play this, and then we'll record you playing it, so it's always you, and it's always a full piece. And those two different styles left such a imprint on my brain that even when I sit at home and I noodle with stuff, I'll take piece and piece and piece and put them together. Then I'll learn how to play it that way, and then I'll bring it back. And that is a life-changing experience for any musician. And then I think of Bob Rock and...
Metallica?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then later, after Bob Rock, we got... oh, man. Guy used to work with Russell Simmons.
I have no idea.
Wrestling guy.
Jimmy Hart?
No. Jimmy Hart.
You mean when Hulk Hogan played bass for them?
No.
I got him!
Oh, fucking Hogan and his goddamn eyes. Did you hear what MJF said the other day?
What?
He was talking about how pale Adam Cole is. He goes, if you were any thinner and paler, Hogan would have snorted you in the 80s.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I love it. I can't remember the guy's name. Producer for Death Magnetic.
Oh.
Easier.
I don't know if I spell it right.
Oh, man.
That still wasn't Bob Rock?
No.
Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin. There we go. He's also huge into wrestling. He supported OVW, I think.
Okay.
Or one of Jim Cornette's promotions he supported for a while.
Okay, yeah, it was OVW.
So, Rick Rubin's influence on these albums was, to me, not for the better.
Okay.
Bob Rock's influence on the Metallica albums...
He made them more polished, pun intended, rock albums.
Yes, but specifically what he did to the Black Album was make it sound 10 times bigger with less going on.
Yes.
Because, it was definitely not... And Justice for All was 1,000 miles an hour.
He gave them a fucking metronome.
Yeah. Well, but he also gave them...
He did what a producer is supposed to do. Rein in the musicians and get the best possible
absolutely
out of them.
And that's something that you hear, you don't hear that much with newer bands.
Because they don't have it.
They don't get even getting another set of ears outside of the band.
Right.
One of the guys I used to follow, and he's out of music now, this guy Seth, had a band called Sign of the Southern Cross.
Okay.
They were a Stars and Bars themed metal band.
Okay.
Very southern, very literally their album's called Mountains and Moonshine.
Okay.
Yeah, they are. I mean, he was a problem for a while. He got himself cleaned up. He's completely out of music. But when he was recording, he had another guy he worked with, and that guy was his control.
Okay.
Like the guy was not like he was, smoking, drinking.
Yeah.
The other guy was just like we're going to produce this. We're going to
do this,
He goes,
stop. Yeah.
I want to do this. He goes, I want to make this sound. He goes, that sounds good, but let's not do that and do something different.
Yeah.
And that control is hugely important. And now let's talk about a band that I actually am excited to talk about.
All right. The next one is the band KXM with the song Stars.
Now, KXM, 3 world-class musicians. This is Doug Pinnick from King's X, George Lynch from Lynch Mob and Dokken, and Ray Luzier from Korn and...
What was his first... Not his first band, but what band did he help... Was he part of early on?
I don't know.
I think at the time they were called... Was it Metal School?
Oh, it's Steel Panther.
He was part of Steel Panther when they started out.
Steel Panther was initially a band called Metal School.
And what you guys were saying about how they were doing something else and it wasn't going well, that was a TV commercial.
Yes, Danger Kitty.
Yeah, it was a Discover card commercial.
I meant the Metal School stuff.
Oh, but that was just, they were just doing a cover band.
I know.
That's all it was. No, they were making money.
But they weren't making the kind of money that they're making now.
But still, it was a job.
Yeah, it was a job.
Yeah, it wasn't like if the band was if they were doing like freaking top 40 music, then they changed over to this.
Oh, man. What was the name of the Venom album where they went?
I have no idea.
I want to say they went like glam metal. Because Venom, that first album, Venom Black Metal is one thing. And the next, I might have been 2 albums later, they were just awful. Did you just look up Venom Black Metal?
Glam metal band. And it gave me black metal. Get glam metal album.
Just look up their discography. Their discography, it's very clear when you see it.
Early years classic lineup. There we go. Welcome to Hell, Black Metal, At War with Satan.
No.
Possessed, Calm Before the Storm.
No.
Primeval.
Was it that far down? Man.
Wastelands, Cast in Stone, Resurrection, Metal Black.
No, oh, God. What year was it? Is that 2006?
Yep.
You know, fuck Venom. It's way before 2000s.
Welcome to Hell, Black Metal.
No.
At War with Satan.
Definitely not.
Possessed.
Definitely not.
Calm Before the Storm.
I'm thinking of the wrong band.
Okay.
I just realized.
You jackass.
These are the best when I completely am convinced it's a band and then
it's
you
something
start
completely
reading titles.
different.
Nope. It was Celtic Frost.
Okay.
I think.
Anyway.
Now that I've completely derailed.
Back to KXM. I honestly thought that this was a manufactured band, kind of like the way that Damn Yankees was put together, because they are on Frontiers, whatever it's called, Frontiers
Music.
Yeah, music. And actually, George Lynch has something coming out soon, or did not too long ago, with oh my God, the singer from Stryper, Michael Sweet.
Michael Sweet.
Yeah, at which, again, the same thing. And that guy does so many albums for Michael Sweet, for Frontiers Music.
Yeah, him and John Richards did an album together.
Yeah.
Sweet Dick. I can't believe you let me speak.
I thought maybe you knew for a fact, because, like,
no.
You know what it is? I follow, what's it called? Frontiers Music on YouTube.
Yes.
So whenever they have new stuff coming up, I'm like, oh, okay. And you can tell that it's kind of the Dead Daisies situation, where it's this guy with a shit ton of money, and he has a thing for the 80s hair metal bands and things of that genre.
Frontiers has been around for a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, did he buy it out or something? Because
he might have bought it out, but
because I know there was a point in the early mid-ish 2000s that they started signing a lot of the nostalgia acts.
I think that was because those guys were losing their label deals.
Okay, and they just started
and Frontier started snapping them up cheap and then promoting the shit out of them. And a lot of these festivals are promoted by Frontiers Music.
Right. So I thought it was put together like that, but it wasn't. The 3 guys were at a birthday party for the drummer's son, and he was showing him his home studio, and he's like, "Yeah, we should jam one day." And there you go.
That's how we got oh man, there's another Scott Ian project. I can't remember the name offhand. It was him and Joey Vera and the guy from Mother Superior.
No idea.
Anyway, basically that was it. They hired this band to play Scott Ian's 50th birthday.
Okay. Is that the one where his wife is singing?
Yes.
Okay, I know of it.
Daisy Adair. Daisy Adair, his wife.
Oh, okay.
Meatloaf's daughter.
Yeah, I know Meatloaf's daughter.
So weird. Anyway, yeah, so
KXM, fantastic stuff. The only thing I don't like about them is they've never toured, never played live.
yes, they did great stuff during COVID. They did great covers. They did recordings together. They're awesome stuff.
George Lynch, very, to me, underrated guitar. Like, underrated and not underrated. Like, people that are in the know how damn good he is, but because of Dokken and Lynch Mob, he doesn't get the respect he should have.
Well, Lynch Mob comes with its own thing.
But that's also his last name.
No,
and
no,
it was
no.
Also
have you ever heard the guys from... Well, it's one guy from... Oh, man, my brain is just not getting band names. Living Colour.
Okay.
The guitarist from Living Colour...
Vernon Reid.
...refuses to work with George Lynch.
Really?
And it's literally... He has every opportunity to change his name.
True.
And he said, you know what? Fuck him. You know, he wants to name his band Lynch Mob? Fuck him. And like, but it's his name. Fuck that. You know, it's...
I think he did change the name of the band recently.
Well, I don't think Lynch Mob's going around anymore.
Right. No, it's The Mob.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, it puts a bad taste in your mouth when something like that is brought up. I completely understand it. The same way, like, a lot of these bands... Oh, there's a newer metal band. I don't want to say new metal. A band, they were called Eskimo Callboy. They're a German band. You would not like them.
I've never even heard of them.
Because they didn't even get backlash. They just realized their name was less sensitive than it should be. They changed their name to Electric Callboy.
Okay.
And they said they took down some previous stuff that the lyrical content was a little funky. So they took all that out, and they're still fucking weird as ever.
Okay.
So they were like, we can change because it's not a big deal. It's just a name, and they didn't lose anything. So really, you know, a change in the name for the, you know, to spare some people some annoyance, isn't that big of a deal.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying change your name to Flower People.
All right, Spinal Tap.
God, I hate Spinal Tap so much. I'm like the one person who doesn't enjoy Spinal Tap. It's so cringe on a level that I can't describe. But yeah, Doug Pinnick, another Yamaha guy.
Yeah, can do no wrong musically.
He's so great. George Lynch is on. Ray Luzier, the current drummer for Korn. Great replacement for Dave Silvera after he left. Doug Pinnick guest vocaling on Dream Theater. Always awesome. Yeah, I did it right that time.
Okay. I just want to make sure it didn't
gentle.
lock.
Gentle stir.
No, I think what happened was when the screen locked, it stopped the recording.
No, it doesn't stop when it locks, thankfully.
Okay.
You motherfucker. I don't get mad often. I almost punched my laptop.
You just got to go into the settings and turn off the screen turn off.
I know.
Yeah.
I just... It's one of those things that I need on everywhere else but here.
Got you.
And I'm too stupid to remember. That's why we got notifications on the last one. Fuck. Bling. And I think I have a Windows update. Yeah,
I'm looking at it. It's annoying me. Because I'm the jackass that like, oh, my phone's got an update, got to do it. Oh, my computer's got an update, I got to do it. So I'm just looking at it, I'm like, I want to hit the button.
Have you ever done that where you update something and you realize you update two other things at the same time? You just have to sit there without technology, with your dick in your hand, wondering what to do with your life?
No. No, the only time it's happened to me is I'll do the phone, I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll do the phone update, and then I realize, shit, I have to call. Motherfucker.
The worst is when, okay, so I have a tablet, I have another tablet, and I have my phone, or all Samsung.
Okay.
They update at the same time.
Of course.
So I'm like, where do I?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. Anyway, back to KXM. They're amazing.
Yeah. If you haven't listened to them, check them out.
Oh, absolutely.
Great stuff.
3 albums?
3 albums.
3 albums. One is named Doug. Then, kidding. That would have been funny. Name one Doug, one George, one Ray. Do, Ray, Egon.
Or it could be Larry, and Daryl.
Wasn't Larry, Daryl, and Daryl? I'm Larry, this is Daryl, this is my other brother, Daryl. Jesus Christ. We are old.
Yes. Still the best end of a sitcom ever.
Yes. Worst names, you just made me think of Jermaine Jackson. His kids, Jermaine and Your Majesty. Or George Foreman and all his kids named George.
Georgette.
Georgina. George, Georgette, Georgina,
Isn't
George.
his wife Georgette?
I don't know. You get punched in the head enough times, you start naming all your kids George, apparently.
Yeah.
He really is looking this up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
No, it's not. Oh, more. So maybe there are multiple wives.
Like multiple marriages or polygamy?
Multiple marriages.
Okay.
No, he's not Mormon.
Nah, religion is.
Oh, sorry.
No,
sorry.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck the Latter-day Saints. Mike's not here to stop me. Fuck him.
Gently with a chainsaw.
Anyway.
Yes.
We're going to go to the next one.
Okay. Thank you.
So this is Power
No,
Station.
I'm saying thank you for this song.
Oh, good. So this is Power Station with Some Like It Hot.
Loved it.
Power Station is that it's something we heard as kids,
Mm-hmm.
especially if we're our age. And you're like, this is awesome. And you don't realize it's a supergroup.
Yeah.
This is Robert Palmer, simply irresistible guy.
Time out. Any guys from Duran Duran in it? I'm just trying to remind myself.
Two guys from Duran Duran.
That's why I was thinking, this reminds me a lot of A View to a Kill.
Andy Taylor and John Taylor are both in this.
Okay, that's why I was like, this reminds me a lot of A View to a Kill.
And amazingly, the drummer from Chic, Tony Thompson.
Oh, shit.
On drums. The guy who is credited with Nirvana, most of their entire first album is his drum playing, because Dave Grohl was just ripping them off left and right. All those Flam intros are all Tony Thompson.
Oh, shit.
He actually says it in an interview with Pharrell. He's talking about it. He goes, I was just ripping off Gap Band and and Chic. And he goes, you know, that whole intro to Smells Like Teen Spirit, and he plays it. He goes, that's just Tony Thompson. He goes, I had Tony Thompson over for a barbecue. I said, thank you, man. I've been ripping you off for years. He goes, I know. But it's absolutely amazing. This is one of those, so Robert Palmer's voice is so big, and this doesn't have as much of that big sound, but it has his style.
Right.
And his flow, and it has Tony Thompson's his funk flow, and that subtle multiple drum sounds going on at the same time. And the Taylor brothers, just amazing, just absolutely amazing. It's hard to even knock this.
You can't.
It's because it's perfect. If you played this, like if I went downstairs and played this for my wife, she'd be like, I love this.
Yeah.
She did. I was playing in the car yesterday.
You play this for anybody. Oh, this is going to sound so horrible. Anybody of a certain age.
Wait, of a certain age, do you mean old people? Or do you mean like people like 30s and up?
30s and up.
Okay, we'll give you 30s.
30s is pushing it, but
okay,
let's say
late 30s and up.
Late 30s and up. They'll be like, yes. That, you know, they'll be like, this is good. They remember.
It was.
It hits the nostalgia kick.
Oh, it tickles right there.
Yeah.
I love Power Station. It's one of those things like, I can't believe this existed when I was a kid and I didn't know how awesome it was until now.
Well, how much music did we not realize how good it was when we were kids compared to now?
Oh, hell yeah.
Not, I don't mean like compared to modern music, which is a different
we're not doing a comparison. Just the stuff that we were listening to as
that
kids.
We didn't realize how good it was.
I talk about Mr. Mister on an almost daily basis with at least one person, if not my wife. I nag my wife all day about shit. I'm like, isn't Mr. Mister amazing? She goes, shut up. Yes, it is. And they 2 hits, but their first album is just a beginning to end. It's a treat.
I gotta go back and listen to it. I don't think I ever
Welcome
did.
to the Real World is a phenomenal album. Broken Wings and Kyrie are both on there. It is amazing. And then I thought, okay, they recorded this. It's cool and all. It couldn't be that good live. And it's fucking better.
Yeah.
I was so mad. You just listen to this and like, how can they be this good all the time? And now I'm going to complain. Because we're pretty much done talking about Power Station because I'm only going to kiss their ass.
Yeah.
We got to talk about Phantomas.
With Omen Avasatani.
Okay. I'm not mad that it's Phantomas.
Okay.
I'm mad it's not Rosemary's Baby.
Okay, I could see that.
Just for the la, la.
Yeah. All right, I could see that.
I do not like this song in particular. The Godfather would have been okay.
That one, I don't know why that one kind of grates on me.
But Rosemary's Baby would have been... Oh, by the way, Phantomas put an album out called Director's Cut, which is literally songs from movies.
Yeah, I liked Portrait of a Serial Killer.
It was all right.
That was a good song.
Not many people saw Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
I know, that's a thing.
The lead up to Silence of the Lambs, the original.
Yeah.
With Brian
I never saw
Cox.
it either, but...
Really?
No.
It's not bad. William Peterson, Brian Cox. It's a good movie. But it's not, it's not Anthony Hopkins.
Right.
And it's not, later on you have Edward Norton playing the FBI agent. Same character, different movie. There are a few movies where they're all based on these the Hannibal Lecter character, and he's either in the background or a main character.
Right. But
yeah, this song, I have many complaints about Mike Patton, and mine here is that it's all over the place. But also,
Fantomas is all over. Wait, you're saying the song is all over the place?
This specific song, like The Godfather, is all over the place.
Well, that's Fantomas is all over the place.
But I always thought like the more cohesive stuff, like Rosemary's Baby, it was more put together. This was wild.
Right. Well, the thing is, the Rosemary's Baby more together is the outlier. It's not the normal.
Yes,
the norm
and
for them.
That's why I don't love Fantomas.
Okay, when I was doing the research, like, whatever, I found a video of them covering a T-Rex song.
I can imagine that being good. Oh, let's talk about the rest of the band, because shit talking Patton.
Patton on vocals, keyboards, sound effects. Trevor Dunn, bass player from Mr. Bungle.
Yep.
Buzz Osborne of the Melvins on guitar, and Dave Lombardo on drums. I actually saw them on tour for the first album. When I want to say it was Bowery Ballroom. It's 20 some odd years ago, so I really don't remember. But the way it was set up transatlantic style for the stage.
Drummer sideways.
Drummer on this side facing this way, guitar or bass, I don't remember, then the other, and then Patton facing this way. So I was basically standing between Lombardo's floor toms, looking up the entire set.
Just checking out his balls?
Yes. And there's points in it where the first album that he's literally sitting there, sheet music, counting measures.
That is...
Which is something I never thought I would see Lombardo doing, especially Slayer was never the tightest band.
No.
So you wouldn't, you know what I mean? You wouldn't expect them.
But I honestly don't think he was the reason they weren't the tightest band.
True. But at that point, it never registered, you know what I mean? But this is also after he was out of Slayer already, he had done Grip Inc. and whatever
Which I did not like Grip Inc.
I saw them at Limelight in like 95 or 96.
Fuck, we're old.
Yeah, I know.
I love saying it. I know it's fucking mean.
I know. But it was like just freaking like musically fantastic. But Lombardo wasn't the first pick for drums.
Who was?
Igor Cavalera.
I could see it.
I
could see that.
And he was like, I'm not really into it, but give Dave a call. And there you go.
Give Dave a call. Is that a thing amongst drummers? Give Dave a call. He'll probably do it. Because that's 90% of the bands I've joined have been, give Dave a call.
A lot of bands I joined was give Mike a call.
It's the worst when you just, Dave will do it.
Yeah, and then
it's true.
I remember one time I had one guy who's like, come play with me. I was like, I'm not really not into it. And he got, I don't want to say who, got pissed at me. No one you know. But it was just like, I was like, well, okay, dude, I just don't feel like doing this fucking music.
Yeah. I've backed out. Nicely backed out of stuff like, I'm not really feeling it. Yeah. Oh, is it too much for you? No, it's not a matter of too much or too little. It's just I gotta want to do it, and my entire musical career has been going, well, it's either something I'm into or something I'm not, so I'm either going to do it or not do it.
Yeah,
and if I'm not into it, I'm not into it. I've never been into Fantomas, and that's been a thing. Yes. Like that one song has been cool with me, but. And in general, it never sat well with me.
Yeah, I liked how they did the concept album thing on the different albums.
Yeah.
The first one was like supposed to be like a comic book done in music. The second one was movie covers. And the third one, like I didn't realize this till after the fact. It was one track. It was like an hour and change long, one track. And it was but it was too atmospheric, whatever. I only listened to it a couple of times. It went on the shelf and then disappeared in moves, kind of thing. Actually, I think when I just cleared out a lot of my CDs, I didn't even bother keeping it, kind of thing. And it was supposed to be a surgery without anesthesia.
Oh,
yeah. But I got to tell you, it was a really freaky thing because at one point my headphones died, so I only had the my old isolation headphones, like the old Vic Firth ones with the curly cable that I ended up giving to Leo.
Oh God.
And I'm walking down the street, so I'm not hearing anything. I'm just hearing this and my own breathing. Because, when you have like... it was really freaking weird.
That's to me, that feeling of hearing your own breathing and whatever you're listening to is pure claustrophobia to me.
Yeah. But I'm walking down like 30-something Avenue in Astoria.
And so you can be in a wide open space and feel claustrophobic. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
to jump back to something else, you talk about losing CDs in a move.
Yeah.
I have one CD I know I didn't lose in a move. I have Simpty signed from that show at the Wetlands.
Nice.
And it's signed by everyone but Portnoy.
Oh, man.
Because he was sick.
That's right.
No,
Wait, no. He was
Stolt was sick.
Stolt was sick.
Portnoy was the next show I saw Dream Theater at. He played until he vomited.
Yeah, he ended up in the hospital, going to the emergency room after. That was the scenes from New York.
Yep. God, that was such a long time ago.
22 years, I want to say.
Oh, fuck you.
23.
Yeah, it was like 2000.
2000, yeah.
Yeah, because that came out in 2001.
Yep.
Fuck, we're old. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, because they did the tour, whatever, and then I remember I went to see them for 6 Degrees in 2002.
Fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy.
At least I saw them the first night, so I didn't have to sit through them doing Master of Puppets.
I saw them with Master of Puppets. It was great.
I don't care. They could have done another album that I love. It doesn't matter. If I'm
You just don't love Master of Puppets.
No, if I'm going to go see Dream Theater, I want to see them playing Dream Theater.
Okay.
Like, or if they throw a cover in, fine. But to do half a night, yeah, it's like, okay, we went to go see Yellow Matter Custard. We know they're doing Beatles stuff all night. We know what we're going into.
Yeah, you get that.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna go see them and then like, oh, okay, well, guys, we're gonna do a T-Rex set tonight. I'm like, I love T-Rex, but
if I want to see T-Rex, I'll go see T-Rex or a T-Rex cover band.
Okay, I was like, Mark Bolan died in 1977.
I know. Anyway,
you know who killed him?
No.
Who?
No, I don't know.
I forget her name. She was actually his girlfriend. It was a car accident. She was the original singer for Tainted Love.
Jodie Sunderland?
I'm
kidding. I made up a name. I literally made up a name. I was gonna say Timmy Turner. I can't use Timmy Turner with this.
Tamina
Turner? No, it sounds too like Tina Turner. Was it Tina Turner?
No, it wasn't June Child. Now this is just going to annoy me.
He's literally looking up who murdered Mark Bolan.
Not murdered, but it was in Gloria Jones.
Fuck Gloria Jones. Fuck.
Yeah, she was a good singer.
Well, yeah, but
still is a good singer. I think she's still around.
Is she survived and killed him?
It was a Mini Cooper. That's why.
Fuck Mini Coopers.
Yep.
They're not going to support us. They barely. I can barely fit in one. Actually, not true. I can get in a Mini Cooper just fine.
But,
do you remember when we used to go to Roxy?
Yeah, the random
zip car rentals.
Yeah.
The one time I got a Mini Cooper Clubman.
Vaguely.
It fit. I had to wedge my bass in the back because it didn't fit in the trunk.
Mm-hmm.
And then even then it still kind of didn't fit.
Yeah.
Then we had to drive Leo home, and he had his stuff in the back with my bass over him.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
That was a great time. Usually it was a Nissan Sentra I'd rent, and that was decent size.
And the one time it was a random like Mercedes or BMW. I was just like, what the fuck happened? He's like, they gave it to me.
I got to the lot, and I went to open my car, and it opened, and it was out of gas.
Yeah.
Like, dead. And I called Zipcar, and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll just put you in another car. And they go, listen for the horn. And a horn, and I go, that's a Mercedes. They go, yeah, we upgraded. I'm like, okay.
I'm not going to say no.
I did not enjoy that car at all.
Really?
Did not.
Okay.
Rear wheel drive.
Right.
It's a very different way of driving.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Back to Fantomas. Back to the music.
Back to Fantomas. I'm not a fan.
They're an acquired taste.
Yeah. So same with Mr. Bungle.
Yeah. I think the reason I enjoyed Fantomas was more Lombardo than anybody else.
Yeah, I get that.
The fact that he was doing something different. Was he doing thrash drumming? Yes. But he was doing something outside of his wheelhouse, something different. Like, have you heard his solo album that came out?
No.
I want to say within the last 6 months.
Did not.
It's like, I've only listened to one song, but it's all like Afro-Cuban drumming. It's like, it's not like, yes, there is some thrash influence on it. There's some heavy drumming.
I go the other way with that. I think all thrash music has a little bit of Afro-Cuban drumming in it.
Yeah, but it's more...
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. It's more, I guess, I really don't see it, though.
Say ethnic. I know you. I feel you saying the word ethnic.
I don't want to say ethnic, but it's just, it's not, no, but it's more traditional drums. It's not like he's doing more with more hand drums and stuff like that versus a drum kit.
Okay, I can go with that. I got to check it out.
Yeah.
Either way, I got to check it out because it's something new. Mm-hmm. And he's never gone wrong. He's never gone wrong in my book.
No.
I'm not a fan of Grip Inc., but I'm not going to knock it. Phantomas is Phantomas.
Yeah, like I said, it's an acquired taste. Is it something that I listen to on a regular basis? No. But every now and then I'll pop it on, I'll have a giggle, and...
That's, for me, that's We Built the City by Starship.
Yeah, right. It's not We Built the City.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, it's usually, that comes on here, and then in my brain
is
the other
cover.
version plays, and then I can't play it out loud because my son's usually in the back seat. I just turn to my wife and she goes, "Stop it."
Yeah, that, or we'll all be playing GTA and the song comes on, and there you go.
I start howling for no reason, and then I have to explain to other people why I'm laughing.
Yes.
And then they don't believe me, and then I send links.
Yes.
So this has been the Supergroups, and we need to get some people on the outro.
Alrighty.
So this will be out after, the following week. So Luigi will have played his show with the Ouija. Check them out on Bandcamp.
Fall of the Albatross would have played their show. Check them out on Bandcamp also.
Acist. You can check them out on YouTube. Joe's been writing new material. He's working on new stuff. He's been doing a lot of the video work too, which is also why stuff somewhat works here, because he's giving me pointers. I will not blame him for my terrible playing, but my terrible work here has been mostly my own concoction, but I'm still working on it. John from Unworked Apparel, we haven't listed him.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't get him on the last one. I will probably put a sign up for him. Get your shirts from him. Get designs made. Whatever you need. He's awesome.
He's another one that I got to pick up the phone and freaking
you got to pick up the phone and call him.
I'm just freaking shit with it.
Yeah, and since you're not on social, you can't really grab him. He's easiest to grab on Facebook or Instagram. For him, Unworked Apparel on Instagram is the easiest way to find him. Get in contact. His Facebook message, same way. He works with you on design, styles, whatever you need. And for our stuff, Mike, not this Mike, our other standard...
The regular
co-host.
Mike who's hiding in the bushes staring at Taylor Swift right about now.
I hope he's just looking at a random blonde white woman.
Yeah, and...
completely wrong.
He's Nugs29 on Instagram.
And I am Basher.exe. We have Hit the Stage Podcast on Instagram. We have Hit the Stage Podcast at gmail.com. We have hitthestagepodcast.com. On YouTube, we are Mike and Dave Hit the Stage. We're not changing that anytime soon. We're still trying to figure it out. So for now, take care of each other. Take care of yourselves.
And Hail Halford.
Hail Halford. And Robert Palmer.
Yeah, why not?
Was awesome.
He deserves it.
Take care, guys. Later.